Alrighty, what's going on, guys? Sniper Doofus back with another weekly recap. Now, this week, guys, if you don't know what I do, I just go over the trades I took for the week, the reasons why I took them, some things I could have done better, blah blah blah. Trade disclaimer: I am not a financial advisor, so do trade at your own risk. So, I'll just do like a quick announcement, kind of what I'm doing and what my goals are and that sort of stuff. So, right now, I've been trying to get the FT mode challenge, and I'm using a $2,000 account, and I'm trying to turn this into around 2,700 so I can apply for the FT mode challenge. Now, this week I actually took 3 trades all on the same pair. I did miss a few trades, and let's just get into it. So before we get into it, on one of these USD JPY pairs here, you can kind of see this here is kind of atrocious, but we'll just go into the reasons as to like why I did what I did and what I'm trying to hope for the rest of the week, and literally the reason why you guys should not do this, because this is probably the worst thing that anyone could do in trading, and I highly don't recommend doing what I did. But you know, I did it, and so I'm just gonna have to learn, but I'm still pretty close. I'm only around $60 off of getting that $700 profit from this 2K account in roughly the span of that 3 months. So with that said, let's just head into the trades I took for the week. Alright, so we'll go over the first trade, the first position that I actually took and closed, and also just on screen here I'm going to put up 2 screenshots of 2 of the open positions I have, which is just this big area here, and then obviously this first trade here that I'm showing you was this one, simply because it came first. So let's just head into it. Alright, so taking a look here at this UJ pair, I actually did enter in on a buy here and took it towards the upside. This was based off the US election, but previously we could kind of see once it hit these lows down here, it kind of spiked up. So I was kind of looking for a bit of a rejection, especially using this fib from this high and this low, and I was looking for rejection around this 0.5 on this key level here. So then here I did see that it was kind of unable to go like a lot below it, plus it's already pretty close to this previous low down here. So I entered in on a buy at around here. I'll put the screenshots up right so you guys can see where I actually entered in, and then it went all the way up to here, and I didn't actually end up closing the position. So this here was a pretty nice trade that I could have entered in on, but what happened was I just moved my stop loss up to here. So I moved my stop loss up to here thinking that it will hit this level, then come back, retest this area, and continue going up and hitting these targets. Unfortunately, this pair didn't actually do what I wanted. Instead, it came all the way down, just slashed through that level, and obviously hit my stop loss. But my stop loss was still at around 0.7%, so at around like $15 profit on this trade, when really I could have closed half of the position at around 25 bucks and left another 25 open up here, or if I really wanted I could have just closed it off at that 2.5%. so that is really how that trade went. I was pretty impressed with this trade here, but this here is where I got pretty emotional, as I only needed to make $66 to apply for that 100k, and this here is what I really do not recommend. So we'll dive right into this, and I'll go into kind of the emotional sides and barriers that I experienced on this trade here. Alright, so let's head into why I actually took this horrific trade. So because I was emotionally invested in this trade, right, so not really just looking at it objectively, I failed to analyze this slight little downtrend here that was occurring, right? But I'd also kind of assumed that at this 0.6 area and this extreme low down here and here and here would kind of be a sign for it to start moving towards the upside. But so unfortunately I had entered in here and it didn't. But as it came down here, I was pretty secure that it's going to go back up eventually. So something that I don't really think is a good idea is doubling in on a losing position. So right now I'll put up the screenshots of what it's at currently. So taking a look here, we can see that right now the total loss is at $38.36, right? But all I need essentially is for this to move up to break even, then one of them will hit like 30-40 bucks profit, and then obviously hopefully the other one hits zero, and then hopefully it just keeps on running up, and once it hits at $66, obviously I can start my FTMO. So I can see that I entered in here right at this 104.23. Normally something that I would do is here, I can see that once it drops below this wick or this previous market structure here, after like not being able to push above, I would have instantly closed the position. So right around here, bang, this position here would have been closed. Okay, so that there would have been maybe 0.5%, and then I could come back. So that's something that I would normally do, but due to being emotionally invested and really wanting to kind of get this money and trying to just chase profits so that I can get that FTMO account, resulted in me now having to actually wait longer for the profits so that I could actually get the account. Now the thing that I did alright here was obviously risk toward management. You can see it hit the stop loss, but that's still only about a 2% loss right here where it is. So for that, I think it's fine, but I really do not recommend, because I jumped in again here at 103.786, so that's around here, kind of right at the bottom here. So this is something that I really did not recommend. I'm probably just going to stay in the position until it hits break even, which I also do not recommend. But let's just head out onto maybe like the 4 hour. Even though we can kind of see that it is in this steady downtrend, we can see pre-COVID here it was trading towards that higher echelon of this lower range here. We can also see that obviously besides the COVID lows, the election kind of caused it to come back down to around this area down here, and so as it's kind of rare for that to happen, even if we take a look here, we can kind of see that this low hasn't happened for a while, like for a very long time. So what I'm trying to say is that at these levels we haven't really seen this pair kind of come down to here, but still you want to actually be trading once again your trading plan. Now for me, this here was kind of just like a lapse on that emotional aspect of trading, but you know, this time it was only once out of the last 3 months that I actually had kind of this emotional lapse. But at the end of the day, it's not really too bad, as the maximum loss would have only been like 3%, which I could get back in one trade, right? So those are really both the trades I took. Now I'll go over kind of just the trades I missed, and then that's going to be it for the video. So we'll head over into the trades that I missed. Alright, so if you were just like checking out my watch list, you could see that USDC HF was marked, US CAD was marked, and Euro GBP was also marked. So we'll just kind of go over quickly how I missed this. So you can kind of see that I'm kind of expecting a reversal to occur here, and so I used the fib from this low to this high up here, and I was kind of looking for an entry on this 0.5. Now I could have entered in once I saw this rejection here, but I got a bit greedy and kind of wanted to get that extra few pips in just as a profit, kind of enter in like a bit below that 0.5, simply missed it, and right now we can kind of see that it'd be about 22 pips in profit, and if I'm here risking about 2% on this trade, then that would be just 1%, right? So that's a trade I missed there, and this here seems to be a pretty common theme, where here I tried to be slightly greedy here as well, and it just missed out on that entry. But another one here, we can kind of see, well, this one here, I didn't really like seeing this wick, even though I did see it kind of come and close back up here. Then I did see that it did drop back down, so that was kind of like I should have either have entered in here, but then after seeing this wick and it dropping down here, that's kind of like a bad sign. showing that it's unable to continue moving towards the upside. So really I just missed out on these trades by just a few pips, but at the end of the day, like, I was also feeling like I shouldn't really enter in on these trades, especially like due to this position right here on USD JPY. So this week's profits, or closed profits at least, was $15 or something like that, and hopefully this horrible bloody position that I'm in, hopefully that improves, and then I can get kind of that like FTMO challenge, and then I can document my journey through that, and hopefully that could be cool once I get that funding. Hopefully, right? Once I get that funding, I can just start making like some vlog type videos, making accounts, some strategies and stuff like that. But everything that you guys want to like learn and stuff or off me, it's all on YouTube, so you can check that out. Or if you want to shoot me some extra messages, just like check out the socials in the description down below. This week wasn't really that good, but you know, I've already made around 30% in the last 2 months. So with that said, guys, that's going to be it for the video, and see ya.